So just a couple of closing remarks, particularly related to those last two very thought-provoking presentations. Something that I had been thinking about during the course of the day was noticing how a lot of the innovative companies had something that they were bringing, their secret sauce, but most of them were wrapped in end-to-end systems. They have to wrap their system in an end-to-end system, and they all said, here's especially what we're doing, but don't worry, it's wrapped in an end-to-end system that we bring to the healthcare system. And that makes sense. That's how they need to come at this point. But when you think about it from the system perspective, the system then has all these end-to-end systems. As an internet person by origin, I hope that as we see this market evolving, we start to see more modularity and architecture to it, so that you can be the best of breed in analytics on some piece of it, or in creating those videos, or in doing the natural language processing. And these end-to-end systems don't have to be redundantly done with some really good part and then a bunch of other parts that are just sort of mediocre, right? Our electronic record systems, at least in the US, came in this very completely vertically integrated, siloed approaches with very little modularity. And hopefully in this context where there's so much need to change the process, we can pursue it in a way both in terms of our technologies and in our business models that have more modularity to them. I had one other remark to make, which I found it interesting to go through the day when I think about the healthcare system, particularly in the US, but I see it as much here. One of the biggest struggles is the sort of deterministic collapse and burden on the system by things that are preventative. Preventative even before any of these systems come into play. And the biggest component there is the food that everybody eats. And if, as citizens, as doctors, as technologists, as business leaders, we can have a voice in moving and shifting our food systems that is creating a large portion of this burden towards something that is healthier and not creating this deterministic load on the system, that will also help the system overall be able to be in a place where innovation is going where it needs to be, and not just recovering for problems that we really shouldn't have to have at this extreme in the first place. So those are just two thoughts I was having during the course of the day, and mostly I just want to end by first of all saying thank you to Ruth. Where did she go? Here. Our CEO, with all of you in companies, she is and was our executive function and made the content, not just the logistics, made the content come together coherently. Ori and I won't comment about shy, you can be rather ADD. And so thank you very much for that, and you should all thank her for that. Wonderful help and advice. Thank you, everybody, to mostly keeping on time, and we look